poppin', everybody? My name is Doda Doumbia, and welcome to the first episode of Inside Deez Mindz. And I'm here with a special guest who he's been a well-known favorite on the CKDJ airwaves with the song Provolone, and also managed to pretty much release some of the most banger songs after that, like Corner Store. And now he just released his new song called Foe, which you can listen to it on the not Instagram, but SoundCloud and some of all the
Spotify,
Spotify.
Google Play Music, Apple Music, what else? Tidal, yeah. Shout out to Jay-Z. What else? Amazon Music. But yeah, thank you for that amazing intro. Thank you.
All right, and also you can you can pretty much listen to or see his performance next week at 245 and a half Bank Street, which is near south of Lisgar, which is the Dingleberry, next week on June 15th, and releasing the song Foe on the 16th. Right now, I'm here with Roland Prince.
How you doing?
So pretty much you've been around a fan favorite, not only through the airwaves of CKDG, but also among the staff here, including myself. Just wanted to find out that what made you decide to change the name from Drama Kid to now Roland Prince?
Drama Kid, just as I was releasing music under Drama Kid, it was still forming my musical style, and I wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted in terms of my image as an artist and what I basically would release, because how can you brand yourself as an artist? How can you establish yourself as one thing and then do a bunch of different things? And they don't make sense. It's hard. Drama Kid was more of a early expression of music. It was a lot of power behind it, but I didn't know how to hone it. It was just I couldn't control it, And then Roland Prince is now just I understand who I am and my place in music and what I want to create. And
something you don't want to be ashamed of, having your real name with a bit of
I'm just connecting my actual name to it and being this is my music. This is me. I'm no longer going under a different name. This is who I am. I'm authentic. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that made any sense.
Yeah, it made sense.
I really hope it did. I guess I overcomplicated it, but I guess, yeah, just I'm making more authentic music. This is who I am.
So pretty much when it comes to the styles of music that I hear from any rappers or musicians The Weeknd, Kendrick Lamar, and stuff like that, what was the style you were going to for the whole Provolone all the way to Foe?
With Provolone, that was a Drama Kid track. That was just while I'm still trying to discover my voice and trying to figure out what it is exactly I could do. And with that track, it was, I don't know. It's a little rough. It's a little raw to me. It's just not exactly, it just wasn't as polished and clean as I wanted it to be, because that was still before I was able to do the certain things I can do now. But it's just on my way to Foe, just progression as a musician, just natural from writing and recording all the time, just you naturally get a little better.
All right. So, a couple days ago, I managed to watch the music video for your song Corner Store.
Oh, thank you.
It was the visuals were insane, and the flow of the lyrics is actually insane. What was the thought process behind that song in particular, and even including the music video?
Behind that song, I was in the studio with Jeremy's Story. He produced the majority of that beat, and Ricky the Loaf Boy on the other half. But Jeremy did 90% of the work. But I was in the studio. I had a verse on my phone that was supposed to be on another tape on another beat, and then I just put it on this beat that he was making, and it just fits so well, and I liked it. And then I just kind of kept on going and kept on writing in the same flow. And then I had another chorus I found. It just fit in there, and everything worked out theme-wise. And yeah, and then we recorded it right there, mixed, mastered, done in 2 days. And it was sitting in my hard drive for a while.
All right. So when you were filming the video, what were some of the locations that you actually filmed at in order to make Corner Store?
Across the street from my house.
Oh, So like
We literally filmed in my basement.
Yeah.
For any of the parts you see with like the TV and like the smoke, like 350 Co. Big shout out to 350 Co. These guys are like hustling hard. They're doing a ton of music videos every single week, and like follow them on Instagram at 350 Co. Like just search 350 Co. And like they're insane filmers. Like they did all the editing, all the filming on that, and it was insane. So like hit them up. They're really good. Sorry, I had to plug them.
Yeah, like no shame in plugins. So
Sorry, like they're insane. So but with that video, we sat down right before we shot it, and we were just like, where do you want to shoot this? We actually initially went to a corner store and got kicked out.
oh,
He was like, yo, we like legally can't have you filming in here because like I don't know, like he said like head office will get mad, but I think he was bullshitting. He just didn't want us to steal shit, which we weren't going to. Let him see.
I mean, like when it comes to like corner stores, like it's pretty much like just like more of like a grabbing like sorry taking this plate because it's more of like a midnight snack kind of vibe. So
exactly, it was just kind of like this is like an aggression track. You can get like lit to this, but like you can listen to it. I don't know. It's a picture I painted, but like not all my pictures are the same. You know, it's just that's a more fiery one. You know.
Yeah. So and also. Just want who were like the artists who had influenced you in making the music that you're making right now?
The music I'm making right now is definitely more calmed down than like Foe. I made that track maybe 2 months ago initially, and then recorded it, mixed it, mastered it, and then found a time where I was like, okay, I'm comfortable with releasing this now, and then. But by that time where I became comfortable to release that track, I had moved on with my creative style. Like I've gotten out what I wanted to with Foe, and then I moved on to what I'm doing now. And what I'm doing now is there's a lot more singing involved. There's a lot more soul searching in my music, and there's a lot more discovering exactly who I am as a person and what it is I like, what it is I don't like, how the things I do, what do I think about those, the things I've done. What do I think about those things that I've done? Like who I am, like who am I?
Were there like any artists in particular that influenced in your music? Or
sorry, yeah, I totally dodged the question. My bad.
No worries, man.
But the main inspirations behind my music are really Odd Future, like Franco. Well, the three members of Odd Future, Frank Ocean, Tyler the Creator, and Earl Sweatshirt. Like those three. Just the music of all three of them, I have listened to so many times. Like I can't even, I don't even want to go through my Spotify and like see how many times. It's probably a lot, but yeah, those are like the biggest inspirations I have. Along with Daniel Caesar, I listen to a lot of Daniel Caesar, and like people might not think that when they listen to songs like Corner Store, and they're like, "What the fuck?" This dude listens to. Oh, sorry, can I swear on here?
No, it doesn't really matter. I can like just edit this down. Like,
sorry, I guess that's one.
Like
my bad.
If it was on CKDJ, then I'll like edit it out. But if it's like on my YouTube channel and like my SoundCloud and Podbean, like yeah, you can like swear as much as you want.
Okay, thank you. But where was I? What was I talking about?
So like your inspiration, like your influences.
Oh, my influences. Yeah, sorry, I got off track. But Frank Ocean, I've listened to a lot, and I listened to Frank Ocean a lot while I was going through like a little bit of a dark time. Like when I released, you can pretty much tell what artist I was listening to depending on what album you're listening to. So like with my old mixtape, The Divine Mind of Darius Marks. That mixtape, I was listening to a ton of Earl, Earl and early Tyler, and it was just dark. And then I started
kind of like the music video Yonkers, like that was like
yeah,
dark.
That kind of stuff, and like a lot like have you ever listened to Earl's Hive by Earl and Ben Staples?
Something I might need to like put into my playlist, but like
Casey Veggies, yeah, like you need to listen to that track. It's a monster track. But stuff like that. That was what I was listening to when I was making the Divine Mind of Darius Marks. And then now what I'm there's been a huge change just with every album that I've made. It's kind of just like I got out what I wanted to do musically there, and I'm moving on to something new. And when people ask me like, oh, like these are old tracks that you've done, who would influence those? It's like there's a complete different set of influences for each album. I don't know. It's just Sorry, I'm going off on a
No
rant. My bad.
No worries.
Yeah. Sorry.
And,
if you need to rein me in,
and,
that's fine. My bad.
No worries. So, pretty much like, were there like any albums you actually liked listening to, like, whether it's trying to find inspiration for making some music or just on your downtime?
On my downtime, I listened to a lot of vinyl.
Yeah.
And I went to my grandma's basement and I just grabbed a bunch of vinyls that hadn't been listened to in like 30 years. And I just took them. Like, she still doesn't know I have them.
Oh,
I just went down there and took a bunch of them. And a lot of times I don't like listening to the stuff that's popular right now just because I don't like it. And I like to listen to what I like to listen to. And I don't like to get influenced by what's popular right now because I'll listen to it. I'll take in what's going on and I'll make sure what I'm doing is not that, just so I make sure I'm not doing the same thing as anyone else.
Like, you don't want to like
I don't want to bite.
Yeah, you don't want to be like a part of like that group that has songs sound the same.
Exactly.
Right? So like, were there like any vinyl records that you liked in particular in your grandma's place that they took?
Yeah, there's this one jazz record. I actually don't remember the name, but I was sampling off of that and just looping something, and then I gave that little loop to Ricky, the loaf boy. He put out a little beat tape called A Beat Tape for Weirdos, and he sampled that, made a crazy ass beat, and but on that record is just I love listening to just how music used to be recorded and the full range that you could get on vinyl, and then switching to tape, listening to stuff on tape, and then realizing digital music is sounding a lot poorer. Just listening to more analog stuff has just influenced the way I'm recording now. Like, I want to record more stuff that's actual live instrumentation rather than instrumentation made into VST, and then it just actually getting back to what making music was back in the day before. It's like you just hop on a laptop, everyone can do that. Go do 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 on your keyboard, make a beat, and go off with that. But that's kind of what vinyl's done for me. Like
I don't know if have you ever like listened to like Michael Jackson growing up?
Oh yes.
Oh
yes.
Were there like any particular song that you want to like use as a reference in future songs you want to get into, or?
Bad.
Yeah.
Definitely Bad. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Oof. I didn't drink a lot of water before I came in, so
no worries.
My bad. But Bad. Thriller, just for the uniqueness of Thriller. Like, nothing ever came out like Thriller when Thriller came out, and you're like, what is this? And then, but it's amazing. And I like Michael Jackson's like shock factor with his creativity. And
is there like a favorite song that you liked out of like that album, or
out of Thriller?
Yeah.
Thriller, like.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go basic and actually just say Thriller.
How can you go wrong with that song? So.
You can't like name a person who doesn't like that song.
I mean, like, if you're a hater, then like get out of here, man.
Exactly.
But so pretty much since you're like the first guest into my show, Inside Deez Minds, I'm pretty much starting a segment called Production Junction. Pretty much like what it is, you would like listen to 4 clips of like well-known songs. One song is like an Ottawa-based artist, and some of the songs that are like 2 of them are like current, and then one of them is something that's never been heard before ever. So,
okay.
So like pretty much what we do is like you'll like from the scale of like the best to the least, which song has like the best production.
Okay.
So here's the first one.
Production, does that include the engineering or like just the beat?
Kind of like the engineering and the beat.
So the overall like creation of this. Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty much like
sorry, I'm an engineer as well. So
yeah.
Okay.
So the first song is from like someone who's in the radio program. His name is Nick Anger, or it goes by the name Dangerous.
Yeah, he's recorded at my studio.
So pretty much like the first song that you're listening to is it's called Young Fabio, and is being produced by also another person from our program who uses the name White Kid Pat.
Okay.
All right.
Got the talent, I'm a natural. Going wild, I'm an animal. Waxed up with the flashy flow. You know I'm nuts and pistachio. Murder this beat, then I'm out like a stash and go. And I'm chopping it up like a batchy, yo. Fly shit like Apache, ho. Pretty boy, young Fabio.
So, what'd you think of the song that he made with White Kid Pat?
It's pretty good. It's not bad. I like it.
All right.
I don't know. It's a good song. Production behind it, like the flutes and whatnot. Can you play a little bit of it again?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Got the talent, I'm a natural. Going wild, I'm an animal. Waxed up with the flashy flow. You know I'm nuts and pistachio. Murder this beat, then I'm out like a stash and go. And I'm chopping it up like a batchy, yo. Fly shit like Apache, ho. Pretty boy, young Fabio.
Okay. Production behind that's rather simple, but effective, because with his flow and the way that he's moving on the beat, he's taking up a lot of the space that the beat could take up, and the fact the beat's not trying to fight with him for a spot to focus on for the listener is really good. So the simplicity of the beat mixed with his lyricism and his flow, not to mention the level where his voice is sitting is actually quite nice. But yeah, overall that song it's quite nice. Everything fits together well.
All right, so the next song I'll be playing is Kendrick Lamar and SZA with the song "All the Stars," and
Okay.
parents just want to see how it would fit.
Okay. I fuck with SZA. Sorry. Damn. I gotta stop.
Yeah,
stop swearing.
I mean, if it's CKDJ, I'll censor
You'll edit
it.
it.
But, yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's fine. It's fine. Sorry, but good song with that. Again, production just fit the type of song that SZA, the type of music SZA makes. That beat, it fit it. It was a little more poppy than her usual stuff, but it worked.
All right, so the next one is a little bit of a different one since it is from Will Smith.
Okay.
Just a couple days ago, he did a freestyle on his YouTube channel, and just sort see how it will fit in. So
Okay.
It's 20 years of swag y'all just witnessed. Let me remind everybody who Will Smith is. Rappers make it rain. Let their money hit you. If I throw my money up, shit, I'd probably kill a stripper.
I've seen that on Instagram.
yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I like it. I really hope Will Smith actually makes an album, because I want to see him come back, because he has got some groove, and we need groove back in hip hop.
Oh yeah, I mean
We need groove, stuff you can
yeah.
dance to,
yeah,
That's what I tried to do with Foe, that was what I was thinking about when I made that. I just wanted to make something you can just go ooh, you just bop to it,
not gonna lie, my parents grew up with Will Smith from parents mostly Edwin. For everyone who's listening, it's pretty much the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah,
and the fact that after watching Men in Black with his songs, and now it's straight up fire though.
Oh yeah.
So the last one is a little bit of a different one. It doesn't have anyone singing, but the song is called "Watermelon Man" by Herbie Hancock off of his album "The Headhunters."
Okay. I like that. If you can give me that sample, I could do some nasty drums on that.
Yeah, so pretty much this song was made from way back in the early probably around the 70s. I didn't heard about this song till one of our co-op students in this program had shown me this earlier today. I was yo, that's actually the beat is pretty nice. So out of all the four songs, would you for example, for Dangerous, would you ever think of collaborating with them in the near future or no?
Yeah, possibly. Tell them to hit me up. We can listen to some beats, see what we like, and go from there.
All right, and so out of all the the songs that are the currents or from years ago, would you sample? What kind of song would you like to sample out of that?
Definitely that instrumental you played at the end. I could add some disgusting drums on that. Disgusting in a good sense. Sorry. So some people get confused by that, but yeah, that one.
So pretty much the show that you mentioned on your Instagram, Insta story, your Snapchat, stuff like that. What can you tell me and the listeners what it's all about?
The show?
Like next.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I thought you meant like a TV show. I'm like, I didn't announce it. My bad. Yeah, so on June 15th, I'm doing a show at the Dingleberry. I know it's a weird name for that. I didn't name that. The show is called Underground Royalty. But I'm just trying to feature a lot of Ottawa artists that need a spot and people need to see them. And there's a couple artists that came to me and they're just like, hey, I want a slot in your show. And I'm like, no problem. I'd hit a shout out on my story. I'm like, hey, if you're an Ottawa artist, you want a slot on my show, like, I don't have a lot of clout, but anything that I can get, why not give it to you? You know, like everyone gets some. Like the only way the city's gonna ever actually go somewhere is if we all come together, make noise together, and then pop up. Everyone pops up together. That's how the city's gonna pop off. There's too many people that are focused on their own clout and keeping it to themselves, and it's not right.
Yeah, in the words of DJ Khaled, don't play yourself. So.
exactly.
So, and like I managed to like take a look of like the poster of like who's like in there. Like I managed to notice a familiar name, which is Jay King. And,
Jay King.
he was like a co-op student like here in this program. It was like I heard him like spitting some flow of like lyrics. It was like, yo, that's some disgusting bars.
Yeah,
it was like
he So actually, I heard about him through Alex. My boy who runs Wood Boys Production, another production company.
Yeah.
So like he makes videos, music videos. He does photography as well. But I heard about it. So he messaged me. He's like, hey, I know you're looking for people for your show. Here's this kid, Jay King. He's pretty good. Here's his music. Go. So I listened to his music. I was like, I like this. And then I talked to him like through DM, and he wanted to link up and like show me his new stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. So I went over to. It was actually in the CKTJ studio. He played some music, and he rapped it for me, and it was good. Like this kid's got talent, and right there I was like, yeah, like I
know
want this kid on my show. Like
it's just I know like when you like showed it to me, like I can tell like this kid has like potential. Like he could like make it someday.
It's not even he could make it. Just he can make good music.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of people aren't focusing on that in today's music scene. They're just focusing on what'll make them money. And it's like, yo, I'll make this track, and this track will get played so much, and I'll make so much money off this track, or I'll get so much clout off this track. And a lot of people are just thinking that rather than actually creating music. And that's what Ottawa needs right now, because that's what too many people, and I'm not going to drop names because that's just going to start beef, and I don't want to start beef.
Yeah,
and
I understand where you're coming from.
There's just too many people that just sound like other people and aren't really making anything unique. And if we actually start creating music rather than just trying to pop as something that's just mainstream, then we'll eventually define an Ottawa sound, just like Toronto actually defined a sound that was unique from everything else, and then they popped. If Ottawa defines their own sound that's unique from everything else collectively, then we pop. That's how we establish something and maintain, because it's unique and no one else does it like that. So you establish it and it doesn't just get washed away because trends change. It's still Ottawa. You know what I mean? Like Toronto will always be Toronto. Like Toronto music's Toronto music. Ottawa, we can make Ottawa music, but we just need to figure out what that is. And that involves innovating, not copycatting.
Yeah, that's true. Like the fact that like, it's kind of like how Atlanta has their own music,
their own style,
Georgia, even like in LA or like even like Texas, stuff like that.
Completely different styles everywhere that you go.
Yeah,
and like go from New York, go to Houston, and then go to LA. Tell me the styles of rap are the same. They're not. You know?
Yeah, or like anywhere like in the world, like they have their own kind of sound to it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Glass Portal Studios. Like, what can you tell me about like that?
Glass Portal is my studio, so I run that. It's in Canada, and because I'm just a broke boy from Canada,
yeah,
and so it's out in Canada. It's you can come. It's Glass Portal at Glass Portal Records on Instagram, and if you go and click on that, you can find all the information about pricing for recording there, producing, mixing, mastering. It's all there.
So, like, how'd you manage to come up with the name Glass Portal?
I actually came up with the name Glass Portal a long time ago. I was looking for names. Like, this is like when I was releasing Divine Mind of Darius Marks, like still like my mixtape.
Yeah.
Like before the 57 project, before Spotify and shit.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot like SoundCloud shit. I totally lost my train of thought. Oh my god.
Yeah, like how'd you come up with the name Glass Portal?
I was hanging out with my homies and we were just looking at a TV and just like I was just thinking like what, like a TV is like a glass portal to another place.
Oh yeah.
And it's like you look at this piece of glass and you go somewhere else, but you never move. You know, it's just kind of cool, and it's just a portal for your mind. And I just thought of that concept was just kind of cool. I stuck with me. Then I told my manager about it, and then randomly he came up and surprised me before a show. And this is when I was performing at Live on Elgin, so like a couple years back.
Oh yeah.
Or like a year or two back. And he just threw this shirt at me. He's like, "This is yours." And I'm like, "What?" And I look at it, just as Glass Portal. It's like so yeah, I performed in that shirt, and then I performed that shirt recently on May 18th with my fucking camo overalls.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Yeah, you know, I had to rock it with the Rawls. But yeah, that's pretty much how I came up with this. Glass Portal was a TV.
Oh, that's pretty cool and interesting, and also, like, when you're like looking for a place to like make the studio, like, was it hard to like find a location for it or no?
I just lucked out with who I knew and managed to get a good spot at a good price, and that's it. And I just set up and went from there.
Well, that was pretty cool. The fact that like you're like 20 years old.
Yeah, I'm 20.
And yeah, you managed to like come this far and like having like your own studio and making a name for yourself, which is like an absolute banger job, because like parents like now in a day of like age, many people, especially like millennials, like want to like make a name for themselves, whether it's like through music, through YouTube, or heck, even like if it wants like get into like the entertainment industry. The fact that like they were willing to do what it takes to like get their name out there. For example, like for myself, like I'm not only am I a radio student here, but I'm also like a part-time YouTuber who wants to make a name for himself as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the fact that like I make like daily, like I wouldn't say daily vlogs because it's like not daily, but make some vlogs, skits, stuff like that, which like the millennials, like I'm actually impressed at how much grind they put into like their work, no matter like how long it would take, whether it's like taking like within like a couple minutes, days, years. Honestly, like, kudos to you for like that grind.
Thank you so much.
And now you can like tell the listeners where you can like find you on like social media and like what's coming up.
My name is Roland Prince. Just want to establish that before I say my my handle. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
My handles on everything. So Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, everything. Just Roland the Prince. But my name is not Roland the Prince. It's Roland Prince.
Don't worry, I made like a bit of a mistake as well, so like no worries. So
Okay, I just wanted to let the listeners know, just because it's a common thing. People are like, "Are you Roland the Prince?" No, I'm not. I'm Roland Prince. No, I'm not a dick like that. Do that to people. No. If people ever see me in public and say hi to me, I'm like, "Oh my god, you know who I am? Hi, how are you? You're my best friend now."
Oh yeah.
Like, come say hi to me in public if you see me. Like, I'm a nice guy. I just look scary sometimes. Apparently, the people have told me that.
So it like depends like how like people like see you in like in person. It's like
I guess, yeah. Like, I don't
so like
think
what
of
kind of
that.
vibes?
I guess I usually put off good vibes.
Oh yeah.
Or like if I don't look happy, I might have like resting bitch face.
Oh yeah.
For males, like I don't. Might be a thing. I don't know if it is.
So like you have like so you're performing at the Dingleberry next week?
Yeah, so that's next week on June 15th. If you come out to that, DJ Chef, Chef Nye, he'll be spinning all night. We have a bunch of openers that are all on the poster. So Deshaun Edwards, Jay King, Lance Lorenzo, Icy Flow. I think I got everybody. If I missed anybody, I'm really, really sorry. And then me and King Crook at as the headliner.
All right.
Yeah.
So thank you for like taking your time every day to like come to this interview.
Thank you for having me.
Honestly, it was a blast, and honestly, like Foe, like congrats on that one, because that was like an absolute fire track. Like I even like added to like my playlist on my computer.
Thank you.
Honestly,
Thank
like
you.
I will actually bump it onto like my the car, like whenever I do like long road trips, stuff like that.
Thank you, man.
And also, this will be like the ending of like today's episode, of the very first episode of Inside Deez Mindz. Like you could follow this podcast on Instagram at Inside Deez Mindz. You could even like I'm going to upload this episode onto my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/MrLegoman2007, and also on my Podbean account, which is Inside Deez Mindz, and SoundCloud, which is my name, Doda Dumbia. So thank you for listening, and tune in for some more bangers. Until next time, see you later.